Hi, my name's Mike.
My name's Donnie, and this is a
Thewhetherdudes Christmas for You. And it's not just going to be 12 movies that you should see for Christmas, we're also going to give you tips to help get through the holiday season for you also. So moving on to our account, the first movie we're going to start with is A Christmas Story. Well, this is actually my favorite of all the Christmas shows, but there's a lot of favorite scenes in here, but the bunny rabbit scene has to be one of the top dogs.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just so funny. Leg lamp's also pretty cool. I know you have a
small version of it, yeah.
Miniature version, huh?
I mean, the bigger version costs like $4.50, but gee, I would love to own it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And for our first tip, do not use glue, use tape. Not just any tape, use Scotch tape. Preferably the invisible stuff would really work.
Yeah, because the glue, not going to work out too well. It gets all sticky, you get all of your clothes, and it takes forever to dry. Tape, way to go. Moving on to our next count, which, couldn't be started without a count without a Christmas Carol,
Why do you doubt your
This movie, George C. Scott, of course, more of a darker version of A Christmas Carol, but a good one.
Yeah, it's one of those, there's several copies of this out, but one of the famous ones happens to be the one with Mr. Flynn in it.
Mr. Flynn.
Yeah, there's actually an American version of this with Harry Winkler, who's the guy from Happy Days who played Fonzie.
There's also a version with Patrick Stewart, the guy who played Xavier in the X-Men movies.
In other words, there's a lot of them out.
But they're all really good.
Yep, but this is the darkest one.
Now, moving on to the second tip of the day, use postal wrapping paper versus Christmas wrap. To get one roll amount of this, you had for $5 for this, you had to pay $15 to $20 in wrapping paper.
Well, I think Donnie's a little off base because I seen it was around $25 to $35 for the size roll we got on that other paper. But moving on to the count, our third movie in our count would have to be The Santa Claus.
This is one of my favorite childhood classics. Love it growing up, so it was really good. Tim Allen's also a great guy.
Man, you're such an old person. But it has to be pretty good. He made 3 movies. This is actually a very, very cute scene in this whole thing, so we actually got a good scene going here.
Yeah, we did.
I want some ballet slippers.
Tip 3, you should try making your own tags. I know these are kind of small, but you can see these are stars and stuff and Christmas trees. It's much cheaper. It costs about $2 for something to make these out of versus, what, $7.50 to buy tags?
Yeah, and these ones here, you can make all kinds of cool designs and colors. You make a red Christmas tree instead of a green one.
Yeah, you can make a white star instead of this yellow star.
Yeah, definitely. So our next movie on our list is called Christmas Story, not to be confused with A Christmas Story, which we showed you previously. So let's go ahead and go to that clip for you.
Let's just roll it.
When I asked him.
This movie I enjoyed because if Santa Claus really existed, this is probably the way he got started.
Yeah, definitely. It's a foreign film, but done in English. But if you get past that, it's a great movie.
It's actually really a great job on Santa Claus.
Definitely not. The children must never connect me with the presents. That would ruin everything. Why is that?
And now our next tip is make sure you, before you move from one package to the next, after you've wrapped it, you tag it, okay?
Yeah, you definitely want to do that because, you don't want Johnny to end up with Mommy's lingerie that was given by Daddy.
Ooh.
And if that was the case, you have a bigger problem than watching this video. But moving on to the count on our movies, we're now going to watch Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
And this movie, great, another movie of how Santa came to be, pretty much. Cartoonish version, of course.
Well, more puppet animation I would go with on that one, but it's just another version of how Santa Claus may got started, in a kind of a fantasy-like world instead.
And for little kids.
Yeah, it's a classic, so there's no way this could not make the chart.
Yeah.
And the next tip would be, do not to drink and rap at the same time. I don't care whether you're wrapping paper or rapping a song, it's bad. I mean, look.
Yeah,
that pretty sad? That's pretty sad.
Yeah, it definitely is. And don't use sharp objects if you're under the influence of eggnog. So moving on.
That's spiked.
Yeah, moving on to our video. Our next one is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, this is a good movie. It's a classic piece by any stretch of the imagination. Everybody loves this movie. It's not really at Christmas, but it happens around Christmas. You can't go wrong with Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I don't really know this movie too well, but I believe Mike.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
Our tips at the holiday season. Another cheap wrapping paper, newspaper. You know how much this thing costs? It's free. Don't tell anybody.
Awesome.
Free. Go to the recycle bin. Okay?
So that actually makes Christmas wrap another expensive item of $35. If you need us to do the math for you, 0 to 35. So you actually save $35 doing this one.
Yes.
I don't need a calculator for that one. And moving on to our next movie in the count would be another Christmas Carol, but it's done by puppets.
Another great Christmas Carol classic, you know. This one's a little more lighthearted for the kids and everything. So
Yeah,
it's
more
fun.
family oriented. And Michael Caine is actually pretty awesome in this. And we're back up with those talking sock puppets again.
Yeah, those darn
But
things.
these actually sing also. Sweet!
Oh, singing? I love it.
Yep. Great musical. Great musical.
Our next tip we're giving to you for the holiday season is a no-brainer. Do not eat the yellow snow.
Too late for me on that one, but I'll remember from now on.
That is sick.
Yeah, this next movie stars Fred Astaire, which, if you look closely, he narrates the Santa Claus is Coming to Town video we showed earlier. So let's move on to Holiday Inn.
And this is Holiday Inn, and really it's not a Christmas show, but somehow it's become a Christmas classic for people to watch. It's actually from one Christmas to the next Christmas. I think that's how that happened.
And this was the first time that White Christmas was sung to the public in 1942.
Very good, Don. You're correct about that.
Like the ones I used to know.
Everybody knows this. Come on!
Listen, and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
And this happened to be White Christmas, the musical. Apparently the song was so popular they made a movie of it.
Yeah, they definitely
And
did.
you want to see it really funny? Check out those back windows. It's the same ones you see at Holiday Inn, man.
Oh, it's the same guys
Check it
saying
out.
Holiday
Yeah,
Inn
same
too.
guys in it too. It's amazing. Recognize the staircase, guys? It's also from Holiday Inn. I mean, look at it. Everything's exactly the same. A little bit of change, but basically the same staircase.
Same cast, same props.
Yep.
My next tip for the holiday is, buy a fake tree, not a real one. So, the price difference is humongous. Say 7-foot tree, $50 for a plastic one, and guess what? Use it next year. Versus a real one you gotta buy, water it, all that stuff. That's like $80 to $100 for a good decent tree.
Yeah,
So.
that's an easy math project also for you. Next year, that tree will be totally free because you can use it again next year.
Bam.
On top of that, those trees don't catch on fire.
Mm-mm.
And you don't have to water it. It's a care package. No care package with this. All you do is put it up and it's gone.
I like the sound
You
of
know
that.
what I mean? So moving on to our next movie, which happens to be Polar Express.
In this movie, can't really sum much about besides one word. It was a great, believable movie, so I would say believe.
Yep. This whole movie was about believing in Christmas.
Yep.
And it even says it right on that ticket.
It does. Look at that.
So that's what the movie's about, and it is a one to try to bring back the memory of Christmas for you. So that's
Definitely
kinda cool.
does.
Yep.
Our next tip is to use regular cooking foil wrap versus the Christmas foil wrap. It's like 5 times cheaper this way. So
Oh, it's amazingly cheaper. But remember, use the shiny side,
Yeah.
not the dull side of that, because it'd look really boring actually.
pretty much.
And moving back to our movie count, we actually have a doubleheader coming up for you, and it's actually Miracle on 34th Street, black and white and color.
Your beard doesn't
This is actually one of my favorite black and whites of all Christmas specials.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, again, get you in there, kind of watch her pull on her beard. Oh,
And this movie, Poof,
usually this
not just dubbed over in color, it's a remake of the movie, which is still a good remake. So
realistic.
later on, I want you to know the other one is black and white, but the girl also has red hair in it, just like this one.
oh
So they did pretty good at trying to keep up with both pictures, and they both own their own feel too.
Yes,
So
they
that's
do.
good.
And moving on to our next tip, Always remember to move the price tag before you wrap